I've spent $70,696 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 228 days. As you can see, I just unlocked Globe, Frost Sphere 1 yesterday, and this is what that interface looks like now. Actually, I'll take care of VIP while we're in here. I don't have a lot of reasons to be poking around in here anymore because this is what this looks like now. I mean, I can spin the wheel for VIP points, but really, it's a matter of, and I could, oh, and I forgot to do this the other day. Let me grab my custom mythic. And it's really now the prestige merit goes off of top off points, not off of VIP. I didn't pick that up yesterday because I was excited about Globe, but that's how it works. So this is basically purely based on purchase points now. And I did some calculations and it looks like I'm roughly $70,000 away from that next level. I'm beyond speechless. That's, as I understand it, like that's where that's going to end up. So, but the good news about that is that the VIP points, you know how they don't scale properly? Like you get less per dollar as the packs go up. That's not true with the top off points. Top off points, if I recall, they scale, perfectly with the spend. So now it's just purely spend for this. But then of course the Prestige Spinner to get more of these, tokens here, these badges that you can use in the Prestige shop, that's still based on VIP. So there's still a little reason to be like efficient as far as VIP per dollar is concerned, but that's what we're looking at there. By the way, that little bouncing pack, the pouch, I'm not going to do the pouch into World Chat until the next SVS. I'm going to wait for the lucky wheel spinner day. That way everybody in the state, or a bunch of people in the state, get some more gems and they'll use it as part of their SVS, and they won't use it before then. So that's why I'm doing that. It'll be a nice little bonus too for when everybody's trying to do that prep. So that's what we're looking at from last video. Now, the biggest thing I have to talk about, and the reason I'm recording a little late, I'm tired. You've been hearing that a lot from me lately, but I've been putting a lot into the game. And this one, they changed Wanderer Theater significantly. Now, I made a few mistakes last night, so let's just take a look at the events and I'll look at some of the spending, and then we'll get into Wanderer Theater. So we got Alliance Showdown going on, of course. Let's see. Oh, state transfers. We had a whole bunch of people coming in. Welcome if you're from the new state. They're just pouring in, and we're welcoming them. It's very chaotic, as you guys know, and that's another reason why I'm recording a little late. I was trying to welcome people and make sure everyone was all set. But it's great. We have a great leadership team, like Supreme and some of the other leaders came online and they were able to help everyone get settled in. So definitely, many hands makes light work type of situation. All right, here's what we got going on. We got Snowbusters, Wander Theater, and Mia's coming up. This is the highlights. I mean, that's the highlight reel. If we look at the rest, it's not all that important. But this is what we got going on. Snowbusters, I'm continuing to make some progress on here. It just is what it is. We just grind through the daily missions. We're trying to get those rewards for the big, the decoration rewards is what we're trying to get. So I'll just continue to press that. Take a look at what we got going on here. We got Artisan Strove again for charms. Some point this spending's got to slow down. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff first. I'm avoiding that tab for just a minute. We got Wander Theater going on. No luck whatsoever on that. Make these claims. I'm thinking as I'm clicking here. We got Wander Theater going on. I really wanted to buy that out because it's got some interesting stuff in the shop and it's kind of a fun event to play on camera. And it's fun to create debates among people. Let me just see if this reset yet. I forgot to check if the transfer pack reset yet. No, it didn't reset yet, so I'll just grab those when it resets. Artisan Strove. We got another day on this. Man, I don't have a need. I mean, I have a need, but I don't have a need to buy it right away. So, other than the Alliance Showdown points. So let me think about this one a minute. Then take a look at the deal section. I will clear the Hero Rally. Journey Treasures. Make these claims. I'm still thinking as I'm talking here. What I'm thinking is, man, I don't want to spend all that. But I have to try to get back to some kind of budget sometime soon. So, let's see. Let's just worry about Wander Theater tonight. Because I am already tired. It's already late. And I need to get this video posted. So, we'll take a look here. We'll grab these dailies, missions here. I made a mistake yesterday, and I want to own that mistake. So when we look at the charms design, or the charm material chests, I accidentally assumed you only get one. I didn't assume. I was tired and I forgot. I've done this calculation before. I just forgot. You basically got to multiply these out, because you get, you get a 0.5% chance of 15 charm guides, a 3% chance of 8, a 15% chance of 4. So you got to basically multiply that out, and you get, I think that averages out. Oh, I forget what it is, because I wasn't prepared for this, but it's something like 31 per chest or something like that. On average, was it 3.1? Yeah, 3.1 per chest on average. Sorry. So it's like something like, is it? Yeah. So like 310 or something for 100. It's something like that. So if you basically, the calculation I do remember that I did, I don't have it in front of me right now. We've got so many little sticky notes. Oh, there it is. The calculations I do have in front of me showed that essentially the value of in coins in these shops are equivalent. So it's something like the charms ended up being something like 78,914 coins worth. The chief gear was 78,884 coins worth. It's roughly the same, but like in this case here, the coins you would get are only 56,000. So I think it's still the case that if you're going to go for these items that you want anyways, it's better to grab the items than the coins. That's one statement to make. The other thing is, if you look at Torxim's website, so torxim.com, Torxim.com, you'll see that he's done some analysis. He's sharing the quote-unquote optimal strategy. The problem with this game is the simulations are really hard to do, and it's there's so many different strategies you can use that are good, but they get complicated. So he's boiled it down to some basic suggestions. But one of the things I was looking at is the items of the value of the items in the bazaar itself. So if you look at the value of the items here, the highest value item, aside from actually even with this chief gear materials chest, that daily limit is actually, and I'll grab that while I'm in here, is a good deal. But the highest value items are actually the Sale of Conquest, and then the sigils. So, and then if you consider like scarcity, like it's hard to get these elsewhere in the game. There are a few places to get them, but not that much. So I'm thinking my strategy might be, if I want to buy the expert items out of the shop. Now, as you go through, the rest of the items are decent in value, like 180% for like the charm materials and stuff like this, but nothing beats the value of the Sale of Conquest and the sigils themselves. And as far as scarcity goes, this one as well, the custom mythic chest is a scarce item as well. Oddly, fire crystals are only around like 154%. This is based on if you buy the $5 through $50 packs every day. So basically, the more packs you buy, the less your value is, because it costs you more per talisman. So here's the thing. I liked playing the way I played the other day, because it's kind of like luck based. You get to see how lucky you're going to get. I actually got really lucky, because I was able to unlock this Astral Wonderland in one session with $185 spend. If you actually look at the odds, that's not actually very likely. Here's the chances of getting 1 star versus 5 stars, and I should have had to run that up something like probably 3 or 4 times to be able to unlock it, but I didn't. I just ran it up a couple times and I was able to unlock it. So you're not expected to get that kind of luck every session. So, I'm trying to play as an efficient whale. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to look at my budget again. It's just all so this one event is just so complicated. I spent so much time analyzing it, watching other creators and all that. I'm really tempted to just say, let me just buy it out and play like I've been playing. I just don't want to ignore. I'm a math and science kind of guy. I don't want to ignore all the math and science. Essentially what happens is the optimal play, I'm saying quote unquote because I really hate the idea of doing this. It takes so long to grind. But if you look at what happens is the chances of you ascending, and they changed everything from what I understand. They changed a lot about this event. So the chance of ascending for regular exploration are 19% for one floor, and it's not very high. The chances of you descending is much, much higher. So, and then as you go up, if you use protected, you know, ascend, like still the chances of you descending are much higher. They're 60%. So, and I don't know if my, I don't remember what the odds were last time and if my odds were better last time, but I think they kind of, in a way, because of this, they kind of nerfed it for spenders as well. So what's happening here is that, like, if I waste all those tokens on protected exploration, where I can just run my odds and, like, you know, when you're going to be in the first 3 floors. So the strategy is basically the maximize coin strategy says, and you could find this on Torxum's website. You can see it on WOS Nerds as well, but regular exploration only. So, I mean, you're going to be stuck on floor 1 and 2 anyways. So you shouldn't take on floor 2. Collect on floor 3+. That means you're never going to make it on that strategy. You're never going to make it to floor 7. You're just trying to maximize the coins by just playing the odds of the lower end where it's not very costly. So you're using, you know, less talismans because it costs you only the protected exploration to start the session. And then you're going to do regular exploration and just plan on the odds. Whatever you get, you get. And every now and then you're going to land a little higher, and most of the time you're not. But when you land a little higher, you'll get the reward. And when you don't, you won't have spent a lot of the talismans. That's the idea of this strategy. And I mean, the math checks out basically because of that. There's another strategy, though, that says maximize sigils. And this says if the top floor, so if this top floor up here has sigils, then for each sigil floor, check if there are any floors with more than double your current floor's sigil award. If there are, keep using protected advancement. So basically what's going to happen is, as you go up, like you see here, it goes from 25 to 50, but this isn't a floor that you would do that strategy on because it doesn't have sigils as the top reward. You would basically keep going until you reached a floor where there's nothing above it that's double. And that's just an easy way to think of how to run that they've distilled it that way, because that's an easy way to think of this simple strategy that's pretty good as far as optimal strategy is concerned for trying to maximize sigils. So if there are, you keep using protected advancement. If not, claim sigil. So you use protected advancement until you're on a floor where there's nothing double in front of you. So that's going to be expensive too because of the protected advancement and the way that works. But at least your reward is the sigils, and that's what you're trying to maximize there. If the top floor doesn't have sigils, then you explore free, collect the first sigil you land on, and don't pay to climb. So that's if the top floor doesn't have sigils. So I don't know, man. I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it because it's the right way to do it. I think I'm going to try to play the maximize sigils. Strictly speaking, I should probably only buy up to $50 packs per day. So I already bought a $100 pack yesterday. I actually thought I had pretty good luck yesterday. I bought Chief gear yesterday. I got the Chief gear materials chest yesterday. That wasn't a bad spend, by the way. It's just it's not the best power per dollar. So if I did my math right yesterday, I would have probably grabbed the Chief Charms instead. And that's what I did the first time I played this event, when I calculated it properly. So the Chief Charm materials is what I should have bought yesterday. But I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of value here, even if I don't play it optimally. So this is what I'm contemplating, is if, like, I buy it all the way out, the whole event, to $200, is it actually worth it? And the thing is, so milestones, you want to get all 21 milestones, right? Let's see. Yeah, is there 21 milestones? I didn't count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's all 21. So to get all 21 milestones, all you got to do is go to up to $50 each day, basically. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't like it because it doesn't feel right. Feels like I'm leaving something on the floor, but seems like I'm leaving something on the table, but I don't think I am. So this will be the way to maximize the milestone rewards and try to make sure that I'm playing as optimally as I can. And you could see the big drop-off rate with this, with the last pack there. So that's what I'm going to do. I already got my free ones here, and I'm going to come in here and we're going to see how this strategy works. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, because I like the idea of getting to the Astral Wonderland every now and then. And there's a shot of doing that with the sigil strategy. And I think what's going to happen is I'm not going to end up, well, I guess what I should do is I should try the maximize sigils at least one day so I can see. With the maximize sigils, you're expected to get a return of about 200 per day. I'm sorry, 200 per, where is it? 200 per, 200 coins per talisman. It's like 1,100, it's 1,001.44 per 5 talisman. So it's like, roughly speaking, 200 coins per talisman. So you know what? Let's try that today. So if I got 1,000, look at this. I got 1,000 talisman, 1,172 talisman. We should be able to see, like, over time, am I actually getting 200 per? So I've got 15. Let me just mark that down as well. So starting this session with 15, 300 coins, and I've got 1,000, where are they? 1,172 talisman. And let's see, it's going to take a while though. So remember, the only difference between the maximize sigils and the maximize coins are that when you're playing to maximize sigils, when the top floor has sigils, you're going to use a little bit different strategy. So I could essentially show you both techniques. So here's what's going to happen when you're maximizing coins. I already did the protected exploration. Made me do it. So I'm on floor 2, so I'm not 3+. So I'm going to do a regular exploration. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen most of the time. And you're going to have to, you're done there. You got to select because you don't have any other choice. And then you go again. And now you're going to have to pay for the protected exploration, 5 coins. And now I'm on floor 2, so I can't collect. So I'm going to do a regular exploration. And I got lucky to get on floor 3, so now I'm going to collect that. And I messed up. Well, I was trying to illustrate something, but if I'm going to play the sigil strategy, see the top floor has sigils, and we can see that all along this progression, it's going to be the case that I have double. So it says, let's see, on each sigil floor, check if there are any floors with more than double your current floor sigil award. If there are, keep using protected advancement, not claim sigils. The way I'm going to play this myself, I think, as long as that double, it takes. So let's see, we go here on each sigil floor, check if there are any floors. So strictly speaking, I don't know if what they're trying to say here is that you should only play protected when you're on a sigil floor. So on each sigil floor, check if there are any floors with more than double your current floor sigil reward. If there are, keep using protected advancement. If not, claim sigils. So the way I'm going to play this, I think, is when I have a situation like this with the sigils, I'm just gonna do protected exploration because I want to get the sigils. That's how I'm playing this, and this may not be optimal. So you go and check WOS Nerds yourself, but this is what I'm doing. All right, so I got a little lucky there. But the lower floors, it's not expensive. So I think this may be an okay strategy anyways. So again, here, is there a floor with double? Yes, there is. So we do a protected. Got a little lucky there. Is there a floor with double above me? Yes. So we'll pay the price. Is there a floor with double above me? Yes. And the reason I like this strategy, it's getting expensive, is because at least you got a chance at unlocking Astral. And look, I got 2 stars on the Astral. Okay, so now I'm going to take the sigils, and then we start again. And now this floor does not have sigils, so now we're back to the regular. So we're going to do, I got lucky and got right to 3, so I just select it, and I'm done. And this is the thing, to not waste, that's what you got to do. You got to be disciplined about this approach. So I'm on floor 2, do a regular, you're going to lose. That's going to happen more frequently than not. And that's the process. And you can see I'm down to 700 already. Let's see, try it again. All right, no sigils. So regular exploration, you're going to lose, take my 50. But it only cost me 5. So we do this again. And we're actually on a sigil floor now. So now, and that progression looks, I'm just gonna, the way I'm gonna play this, because the lower levels are cheaper anyways, so it's not... Oh, man, come on. There we go. We got a 2. Got -1. I'm just going to play it like this. There we go. We got lucky. All right, and how many stars? Only 1 star. And I'm going to select the sigils. All right. And now, no sigils, so just going to try to... And we lost. All right. We go again. No sigils. Ah, I got 3. Done. Takes a little time to do this way, I guess. Oh, I got to 3, so I'm done. Well, wait a minute. This is a sigil floor. So if I'm playing to maximize sigils... Playing to maximize sigils, I should go ahead and give it a run. Come on, man. Ah. Horrible luck. Now I'm out. Now I'm out. And I'm gonna do the inefficient thing. Because I'm a content creator, I'm trying to show something. Oh, horrible. Horrible luck. Alright, and I'll take the sigils. So the more you buy those packs, the less value per dollar you're getting. So I think what I'll probably end up doing the rest of this event, and I'm on a sigil floor again, so... We're going up to 3. I'm sure some of you will reach out to me and tell me I did it wrong. Oh, it's just... Sometimes you get good luck and sometimes you don't. Alright. There we go. And... we get the sigils, and we unlock the Wander Theater. So now we got 210 at the top of that, and 210 sigils. I mean, you know, if I'm playing to optimize sigils, this is what you do. You mean I'm on the floor now. we got to go for it. Come on, give me some more luck than that. Plus, come on, give me a +3. Ugh. Horrible. Horrible luck here. Alright, and that's it. Now we're done. So I'm going to let that sit till tomorrow. But this is, again, this is not the optimal play. I just wanted to show some of the different strategies there, what you're trying to do. But really the best way to play this is... not, I mean, it depends on your spend, but if you want to unlock all the milestone rewards, only buy up to the $50 packs. If you want to focus on the gems, you can just, on the coins, you just play it the way I was showing with the regular exploration, and that will average out better. Now, as you can see, when you play with this protected exploration for the sigils, it eats up those talismans quite fast. But look how many I got in one session, and I'm going to get some more in the next session. I'm going to get this 210. In the next session. It might cost me some talisman, but you know, compare that to, you know, what it would cost to buy them. You know, I don't know. It seems to be like optimizing the sigils is a decent approach. But I think what I'll do is maybe what I'll do is just for comparison, the rest of the event, or maybe tomorrow I'll focus on entirely the free to play, or not the free to play, the free path, where I won't do the protected exploration at all, and see how many coins I get on average per talisman. It should be around 200, because I would like to actually buy out the Sale of Conquest from the shop here. So, and I'm not even close to that. So I got like 95,000. So with this strategy tonight, I didn't get anywhere near the 200, right? Let's see. So I started with let's see, 95,000 minus 15,300 is 79,700. Is how many coins I got, 79,700. And I went from 1172 talisman to 958. So I used 1,114 talisman. So that's let's see, 79,700 divided by 1114 is 71 coins per talisman. Nowhere near. That's 3 times less than what I should have expected by just doing the regular exploration path. But I got a lot of sigils. It's kind of a little bit hard to estimate this because until we know tomorrow how many more talisman it took, I'm close to that 210. So, you know, I did get a bunch of sigils as well, which have a very real cost. If you were to project the cost of the sigils in coins, maybe I was close to this same value. So that's the thing that everybody's got to analyze more. This event has just become like a math puzzle almost. Like it's very complex to analyze all the different options. My point is, like, playing as a whale, I want to be able to maximize the rare items and stuff like this. The one thing I am going to grab tonight though is the rest of the custom mythic hero gear chest, because that's one of the things I wanted to grab. Oh, and you know what? My math wasn't even really right because I didn't really want to calculate the extra milestone rewards, which I just did. I included it in there because like if you were to max this out and keep on going past $100 every day, then you wouldn't get any more milestones. So again, really playing only to the $50 mark per day is probably the better approach. So that's where we're at with Wander Theater. Lots of people still confused about it, myself included, but I'm going to try tomorrow. I think I'll just try to play the regular exploration and see how long it takes and see how many coins I get from that. I don't have VIP and Globe to show anymore, so I don't have that to end the video. What I do have is just showing the backpack. Oh, there is one more thing. War Academy. I'll continue to run this down, and until I'm where I think I need to be with the Fire Crystal Shards, I'm going to continue to redeem these so that I have them ready to go for the next push for SVS. So that's where we're sitting right now, and we still got a bunch to do. All right, and why is that? Oh, because I didn't claim that. Okay. So that's where we're sitting with War Academy. No big push coming up on that until the next SVS. There is something cool to do for... Now, this is costly, but if you really want to push your power, what I've been doing is... now, I wait until after the reset and stuff so that this will... I'll be able to use this for Bear the next day as well. It's 12 hours. No, it's 12 hours? Yeah. I should wait until tomorrow to run these buffs. But if I run those buffs, then I run the Tundra trade route, then I'll be able to have a stronger... So let's see. This guy I can take easily. So I should run that now. Just to return the favor. But essentially I can run my trucks with big buffs on them, and then I don't have to worry about anybody being able to take them for the most part. So there we go. But I'll run my trucks when I put the buffs on, basically I think tomorrow morning, and then I'll have those buffs for Bear Trap later in the day as well. So that's my plan here. That's all I got going on for that. Let's see. Let's take a look at the backpack. Yeah, don't have... I guess I'll wait on that. I don't really have a need to be grabbing all that right now. I do have to remember to grab the Tundra packs, though. I don't think I have any right now. Those are a little tricky to remember to grab. Oh, wrong thing. Grab these. That away. Grab that. Oh, didn't do it right. Okay. And then, you know, I'm back at the point where I'm basically just dumping gear, or dumping gear as a placeholder, which would be useful for Foundry, but little else. So we'll just continue to, you know, dump some of that gear here as a placeholder until the next SVS, basically. All right. Now that's the main info I wanted to give you on the account tonight, but there is something I forgot to do yesterday. Last cycle completed yesterday, and I forgot to give you an update, or actually technically on Sunday. So I forgot to give you an update on what my budget ended up being in that last cycle. So I started out, the total spent for the whole cycle was $15,694. An average daily spend of $560.50. Average weekly spend of $3,923.50. And way more than I anticipated, way more than I wanted to spend in that event. And the breakdown was something like $9,695 of routine spending and $5,999 worth of special spending. The week 1 was $3,374. Week 2 was $2,056. Week 3 was $4,181. And week 4, SVS, you can see the pattern here, $6,083. So the average daily spend during week 4 was $869. That's during the SVS prep week. Man, I gotta stop. There were a lot of high value events, but $15,000 a month, almost $16,000 a month, I can't sustain that. And in the previous cycle to that, it was $14,499. I can't keep up that level of spend. It's just not sustainable. So I do have to start slowing down. Despite the spending I just did tonight, I do have to start slowing down. But that's all I got for you tonight. Hope you appreciate following me along on this journey. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you want to help me out, check out the video description for a couple important links. One of them is the Unshielded show, which I promise you I'll be getting bootstrapped very soon. Continue to submit your stories. I have people reaching out to me in-game and on Discord with stories. Where I really need you to submit those stories is on the website, unshieldedshow.com. The link is in the video description. You can also join my Discord if I ever do any giveaways. That's where it's going to be. And the best way you can help me is actually super simple. All you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.